Today we wrap up our conversation on a gospel view on bullying. I believe this last role is a role that each and every student will play, the bystander. A lot of times it's hard to be the person to stand up because more than likely that person will become the next target. But here's what Jesus has to say to us as his disciples. Proverbs 31:8 says, "Speak up for those who cannot speak up for themselves, ensure justice for those who are being crushed." As a disciple of Jesus, we are his representatives here on earth. We are the hands and feet of Jesus. And when we see someone being bullied, it's our role to stand up and speak up for that person. We do that by telling the person hurting the other to stop. And for students, we tell them to find an adult and let them know what's going on. To show the impact that Jesus' disciples would make on the people around them in the world, he used two common things as an example: salt and light. Matthew 5:13 says, "You are the salt of the earth, but if salt has lost its taste, how shall its saltiness be restored? It's no longer good for anything but to be thrown out and trampled." You are the light of the world. A city set on a hill cannot be hidden. Nor do people light a lamp and put it under a basket, but on a stand, and it gives light to all in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before others so that they may see your good works and give glory to your Father who is in heaven. When Jesus says we are the salt of the earth, what does that even mean? What we can tell our students is that the remedy for corruption or rotting in our world is Jesus, and as his disciples, we are a part of that remedy because Jesus lives in us and through us. Our job as disciples of Jesus being salt is to preserve what God has created, to add flavor to the world, to give life to the places and the people who are broken. When Jesus says we are the salt of the earth, what does that mean? Well, a light is given to shine and to give direction, and we shine and point others to Jesus. And our influence is noticed. It's seen like a city on a hill or a lamp on its stand. If we're a disciple of Jesus, we have this light in us, but if we don't let anyone know we love Jesus and actively follow him, then what's the point? That's why Jesus said a concealed lamp placed under a bowl would be useless. Light radiating people live so that others can see their good deeds and give praise not to them, but to their Father in heaven. So a disciple of Jesus knows, applies, and speaks the gospel at all times. And you as a family have an incredible opportunity to be salt and light with the people in your neighborhood, with the families on your traveling basketball team, with the families in your schools. You are called to be salt and light, to speak into our culture, to speak into the children in our schools who are bullied, who are bullying. And we also have the opportunity to come around teachers, to come around counselors, to come around those adults that God has placed in those positions to watch over our students on a day-to-day basis. We have an incredible calling to be salt and light in the places that need it the most. And I don't know about you, but I know that we have a lot of hurting students in our world. And do you know what they need? They need Jesus. And they need disciples of Jesus in their lives. So as you talk to your student about what it means to be the bystander, what it means to be the student standing around and seeing this bullying taking place, encourage and build your student up to be that salt and that light that Jesus has called us to be. Remind them that, they can't do it on their own power, but that through the Holy Spirit's presence in their lives, God has given them everything that they need to do exactly what it is that he's called them to do. And that's to be salt and light. Families, thanks for tuning in to this series talking about a gospel perspective on bullying. We hope that you have grown in your understanding of what Jesus has to say to the victims of bullying, what he has to say to the child that is bullying, and then what's the response of disciples of Jesus who see this taking place. Thanks for letting us be a part of your lives, families. We are so grateful and we love you.